Denet Christopher is my name. I am married to my wonderful spouse, Abby. We have 4 beautiful children, and I currently am employed in the financial industry. I am a co-founder of a nonprofit here locally. My nonprofit recently rebranded, and we go by Better South Dakota. Originally, we were founded as Long Live MC, and my nonprofit was created because we unfortunately lost my younger brother in January of 2021, and he lost his battle to mental health. And so my nonprofit, what we do is we raise awareness around mental health and try to break that stigma, and just let everybody know that it is okay to not be okay, but it's not okay to not do anything about it. I kind of came on campus to learn a little bit more about the master's program, right? I spoke to a couple of students that went through a cohort in that master's program, and the one thing that they continued telling me is how flexible it is with a working professional. That was very attractive to me. At that point, I wasn't willing to, go to campus all day, and I wasn't at a point in life where I did have a lot of time or freedom within my schedule. So in visiting the campus and just talking to professors, just to kind of get a lay of the land and what the program would look like and how it could impact my career moving forward. And that's really what drove me to USF, just the flexibility that it had and the small class sizes. And so after going through the syllabus and understanding what was needed from that class, it was very fast paced, and there was a lot of information that you had to learn in a short period of time, but it was very flexible and made sense within for a working professional. So after the first day, I knew it right away that was something that I made the right call. You could have 10 people in a room, and maybe one of them would be okay with public speaking, and the rest of them you'd have to kind of force them to public speak, and maybe there's 1 or 2 of them that would never volunteer or never want to public speak. I was 1 or 2 that did not want to, but through the program, I remember there was a speech class that we had, and I took speech all the way throughout high school, undergrad, but this one was different, where the professor right off the bat would call on us, give us a subject, and you'd have to speak on it. When I tell you I was sweating crazy, I'm not lying. Literally, I was sweating. I'm like, please don't call on me. And guess what he did? He called on me. I went up there and I spoke, and it wasn't that bad, right? So I think throughout the program, and there's different presentations that you have to present in the program, and different speaking things that you have to do throughout the program. So I think it really grew that in me, and encouraged me to know that that's something that I can do. And within my nonprofit, I do have to get up in front of a ton of people, and I do have to speak about a very sensitive subject. And I think a lot of the skills that I learned, and just being in the groups that I was a part of, and my classmates maybe volunteering me, or just somehow being the person in the group, really helped me become a leader. Achieving greatness, I think, is seeing what life could look like for you, and not being afraid of reaching for the stars, right? Because a lot of the things that I do, and a lot of the challenges and maybe obstacles that I've had to overcome, one might fall down and maybe not be able to get back up, but just understanding that God's got you, and we serve a bigger purpose, and we all have a reason to exist. So get up and figure out what your reason is, and I think that's achieving greatness.